Okay, you know this video had to come eventually. Jaylen Brown became the richest player in the NBA history. He signed a 5-year, $308 million supermax contract, which equates to $60.8 million a year. And that's where the issue arises for me. But before we talk about it, I do want to talk about the positives that I took away from this. I do believe that the Celtics did make the right choice in paying Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has been a nice 1-2 punch for Jason Tatum in the league. Since the 2017-2018 season, the tandem has been to 4 Eastern Conference Finals and 1 Finals appearance. Many established duos in the NBA cannot say they have that type of resume. Tatum is 25 years old and Jaylen Brown is 26. They are still young and technically still haven't reached their prime yet. So I do love that the Celtics blocked out the outside noise and decided that this was the best way going forward. There aren't many players in the NBA who could have gotten that type of money that would have made the Celtics better than they were before. However, this is what confuses me about the Supermax and massive contracts in general. Unfortunately, Jaylen Brown will be the poster boy for this topic for the next few years if he doesn't bring home the chip. My problem comes with the requirements that allows for Supermaxes to even happen. The league has been trying to put a stop to the crazy amount of player movement that has been happening in today's NBA. But for that to happen, they will have to incentivize players to keep them loyal to their organization that drafted them. Enter the Supermax. Jaylen Brown was drafted by the Celtics in 2016. He has stayed loyal to the organization, which qualifies him for the Supermax, but there is a caveat. You have to earn one of those achievements to qualify for it. You either have to have an MVP, an All-NBA, or a Defensive Player of the Year to qualify for the Supermax. Enter Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a 2-time All-Star and is on the 2016 All-Rookie team. His previous season, he earned the prestigious All-NBA honors, but he was on the 2nd team All-NBA. That is where the problem occurs. No matter what team you're on, All-NBA is All-NBA, but the requirement for the Supermax should at minimum be 1st team All-NBA or multiple 2nd or 3rd All-NBA achievements. The reason for this is because that money should be reserved for the best players in the league. Most consider Jaylen Brown to be the 2nd best player on the Celtics. Jason Tatum is the clear number 1 and is due for extension soon. So the money they will have to cough up for Tatum will be astronomical compared to the bag they gave Brown. Brown isn't the worst player this could have happened to though. He isn't bad at all, but he does have his flaws. In the regular season, he averaged a career high in points, rebounds, and assists, with 26 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. In the playoffs, his numbers did dip a bit, but he averaged 26 points per game against the Hawks in the first round. He also helped take down the 76ers in 7 games, were taken down by the surprise Miami Heat in 7 games. One of the biggest problems in Brown's game has been plastered across social media, and that is that he does not have a left hand. There's been clips after clips of him dribbling with his left hand and getting ripped. This meme does have some merit to it though. If social media coaches can see that he can't dribble with his left hand, then coaches definitely see it on film. In that series against the Heat, Caleb Martin went on record saying that his game plan was to force Jaylen Brown left. In that series, Brown averaged just under 20 points per game, but he shot terrible from the 3. On 6 shots per game, he shot 17% from 3, which is awful. This game plan helped the Miami Heat take a 3-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Luckily for the Celtics, they did not share the same fate as the Los Angeles Lakers who got swept. Sorry, Lakers fans. The Celtics, who looked dead in the water, put up 3 straight performances which brought them back, which included the insane Derrick White putback to force a Game 7. However, to complete the never-before-seen 3-0 comeback, in Game 7, the Celtics came out dry and lost by 19 points. They looked stale and not aroused to complete the comeback at all. Jimmy Buckets was trolled after he said he wasn't worried about losing 2 straight, but he wasn't worried as he put up 28 points to send the Celtics home. So what does this mean going forward for Jaylen Brown? I do think this will open his eyes to some things that he can work on going into the offseason. It does scare me that at 7 years into the league, he can't develop a left hand. But if you do look at it from the other side, he has been extremely successful in the league so far without it. So if he does develop it, he might be a real scary player to watch going forwards. I do have the Celtics number 1 in the Eastern Conference going forward. It does depend how you view Giannis in the Bucks and Joel Embiid in the 76ers. The Celtics have tried adding role players which complements Tatum and Brown, but have not successfully done so. So instead, they brought in the 1-time All-Star Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps quietly had his best season in the 2022-23 season. He averaged 23.2 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks on good efficiency from the field, in which he shot 50% from the field and 38% from 3. I think adding Kristaps adds some spacing to the floor and allows Tatum to work out more with the ball. Brown also benefits from the spacing as well because he is scary when he runs to the paint because he will slam it on you. I would like to see him shoot the ball a little better from 3 next season. He had his worst season percentage-wise from 3 with 33% from 3. I do think this will get better, but like we seen in the Miami series, he can have his stinker game sometimes. But in all, I do think that his future as a Celtic is bright, and they did make the right decision. Their young duo has produced elite results so far, but they are just looking for that one player to get them over the Eastern Conference Finals hump. We will see how Jaylen Brown does going forward and what the Celtics do have in store for him. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. We're closing in on 300 subscribers, which is so amazing. I haven't uploaded in a week because I have been having some tech issues, but we are back. Thank you for all the support, and peace out.